Not sure what that was. Dang it, I forgot to adjust chat size, but yeah. We'll be starting shortly. Where do I... Oh. There we are. Alright, now we're live. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm not publicizing the stream that much, I guess. So, not too long on that stuff. Cool. Oh. Why did that show up on that screen? This is nothing interesting on it. Cool. Alright. So this project is something that I started a few days ago, but I haven't really spent that much time on it since initially starting. And actually, is that might be better. Maybe not. Well, yeah, this is basically I got the idea to make a tier list of every game that I've ever done on Twitch, which, I mean, I guess I did Uncharted 3, Luigi's Mansion, Uncharted Golden Abyss, and I did those over the course of, like, 2016 onward, or 2016 to the start of 2018, but everything else is from the start of 2018 onwards, so I've only been streaming for about 13, maybe 14 months, and this is every game that I played enough of that I feel like I can give it some kind of rating, so I'm basically just kind of working on like a little chart of that because I thought it'd be a fun idea. Then some people were asking me about it, but I thought it'd be cool because I've gotten so much experience with such a large variety of games these past... how long? Hey, Ryan. So they're already sorted, I'm just making it look nice now, like, as opposed to, like, what this looks like, making it look like that. And then I'm doing certain indicators and markers on some of them. So it's fun. I'm doing stuff. There's also a project I'm editing later, but that will be after this. And the soundtrack today is going to be the original soundtrack to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I'm just kind of going through a little bit at a time. It's just kind of on a full playlist thing. Because I like that soundtrack a lot, and I haven't really heard it much since playing the game. Yeah. The thing is, I originally had the ratings kind of more like, amazing, great, okay, bad, or something, or okay, bad, but then I realized that, like, there's so few games that I completely disliked, so now I just reconfigured it so that there's only really, like, one category of games I didn't enjoy that much, and another category where I was just like, there's an appeal, but it wasn't for me. But yeah. Skyrim on Amazon, on the Echo, it's... I mean, at launch, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but playing it since, like, they've definitely made it a somewhat enjoyable experience where you could just kind of goof around, and it does everything and it tries to accomplish pretty well. Ooh. So that's why I left that in there. The thing is, the category for games that I marked as great is significantly larger than any of the other ones, so I'm wondering if I can keep the same system for configuring games in it. I know, I really want to just get them, but... Oh, you. Also, Harrison, somebody over there, or I guess here, does not appreciate what you put in your most recent video. There was something offensive to his kind. Yep, that is correct. Technically, this is kind of the highest tier. Like, Amazing is the highest tier, but the very highest tier is ones that, like, no matter what, I'm recommending somebody try to play them. Metroid Samus Returns is probably one of my least favorite Metroid games, honestly. It has so much hand-holding, and my favorite part about the Metroid games is how little hand-holding there usually is. And the other thing about it is, it has a great soundtrack and everything, but none of it is original. It's all soundtracks that I've heard from other Metroid games that they just remastered. And it just kind of was very odd and off-putting to me because of that, so... I mean, good game or not, it had some things that didn't really elevate it to what I usually look for in a Metroid game. Oh yeah, Grabbed by the Ghoulies. That was a good one. It took forever to find all these images. Because I had to, like, scroll through all of, like, my YouTube history and Twitch history and try to find every game that I had a record of. Although there's probably a lot I missed anyway. Yeah. And those are all the ones I was stacking. Alright. I was very uncertain where to put Tetris, because, like, it deserves to be in, like any tier that marks it as at least a comparable game would be correct, but is it, like, the greatest thing ever? Did I put PUBG in great? Yeah. I don't know. It probably does fit into good a bit more. Because honestly, the game didn't do a whole lot that was, like, amazing. It was the, experience I had with friends and just hanging out and playing it, probably. That was the main thing. I have no idea what For Honor was like. I only actually played the beta, but I played, like, 7 or 8 hours of it and liked it then, so I'm putting it here. And then, yeah. Some was good. I liked some a lot. The thing is, I feel like no matter what I do, this list is going to get people upset, so I just kind of did it offline on my own, the ordering, and just was like, yeah, based on my experience, this is how I felt about them. Like, I know people are gonna hate that I put Kingdom Hearts in good, but, like, I don't care. If they want to make a list, they can make a list. At the bottom of the ocean, 100 years from now? Well, not quite 100, but close enough. You mean Soma takes place at Deadmau5's house? Alright, Mario Party 4. That was a fun time. I really like that. kind of want to play it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, it's probably not too helpful to you two, but Connor found all of the Mario Party games for GameCube, so, and he's just letting me borrow them indefinitely, because, oh, thank you for hosting, Ryan. You're always there to test to see if I managed to set up the alert correctly, because I did. For this aspect ratio, since getting the Stream Deck, everything's kind of from scratch, so this is just kind of a quickly tossed together template. Good thing I remembered alerts. Oh, that's something that I'm doing up here. So, basically, if I think that the soundtrack of the game is really good, despite whatever the game has on offer, if I just really, really like the soundtrack, I'm putting a musical note next to it because that's something that I hold in high regards for games. And guess what game didn't get one? Beat Saber's original soundtrack actually kind of sucks. I don't think there's anything about it that I find really appealing at all. Oops. Depending if this is going to be too wide. Probably is. Yeah. I don't know. Liking music is a very big thing when I play games. And I really appreciate the music in some games. In other games, I just don't care that much. I didn't really know if I wanted to put it for Pokken or Mario Maker. Those were two of the ones where I was the most indecisive about it. But, like, we got the soundtrack for Tropical Freeze going right now, so that's enough for me. Yeah, Tropical Freeze. David Wise is senpai. I don't even know what his personality is like, but if he does stuff like this, this is the good stuff. This is like a subtle track, too. Oh, wait, so this... definitely my worst idea ever, and I have no regrets. I'm still really surprised when I put out like the poll in Discord. I was like, would you guys rather the game I've been playing for a long time or editing? An overwhelming majority for editing. That really surprised me. No, the order left to right makes no difference. It's simply the colored background that it's in. Because that's what the final one looks like. Just because I felt like making it. It's gonna be great. I may have made this too high resolution though, so if you try to look at this on a phone when I make the final version, it's gonna be intense. There, you can have your little spot. There we are. You know what? Just for you guys. Oh. Let's. Why not? I don't care. We'll just leave that. It's great. Nostalgia. Okay. Okay, that's gonna get way too distracting. There we go. I didn't do anything bad. I promise. No! How dare you refer to me as my true name? Lonky Bong lives forever. No one can dispute the fact that Lonky Bong is the true power in this universe. Also because nobody wants to dispute that. No one even wants to talk about that. Honestly. The heck do I do with these? There we go. And make sure all that looks... Oops, I guess I didn't get box VR, that's fine. But there we go, that was the hardest part. Now all the games that I don't think that highly of, there's actually a lot less of. Great. This one is basically just here to make Chris mad, because I did technically play Overwatch on the channel twice. And I never thought it was that interesting. I wanted to like Mount Wingsuit more, though. These are all these are games that I wanted to be better, but they were just okay. Yes, I really had high hopes for Rogue Leader, too. Oh, I've put like 5 hours into the game, and I already think it kind of is boring. So the way I've been doing this is that I categorize them into 3 categories so that I can sort them. Ones that are primarily vertical, square-shaped, and mostly horizontal. And that way, I can fit them together. Okay. They're killing it! Oh no, don't tell Chris. Yes, I actually put I Am Bread in this. And Super Mario Sunshine only got the good. Ooh, what's this one? This one doesn't sound familiar to me for some reason. Also, every picture I found of Deltarune was boring, so I just put, like, actual, like, fan art with the logo instead. No. That could probably work. Ooh, that works well. Oh no, not Tekken. You guys compare with taller ones, I guess. I forgot I even played Belko VR on the channel. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's fair. There we go. Yes. Like, because I put a disclaimer here. Based on playing them in 2019. Not based on playing them when they came out. Because honestly, if you go back to Brawl, it is very clunky and slow. And there's a lot of things about it that are kind of annoying. Especially considering how much I've played of Smash 4 and might eventually play of Ultimate. Let's see. So those are all probably fine. Now we gotta find a base plate for verticality. Oh, I remember when I did some videos on arms. That was a long time ago. Star Fox Adventures. That'll be the header. We gotta have some GameCube representation. Conquer? Oh! Did I miss Conquer? I might have missed Conquer then. I know it wouldn't be in that section. Huh. I suppose I did. There we are. I already had the file anyway. So not that hard to get. Steer for extinguishers. Yeah, But does it go in good or eh? Eh. It's full on eh. Yep. If you want to get into games that disappointed me the most in like all of this, Robinson the Journey. That game should have been so much better than it was. It sucks. It's an awful game, but it has so much more promise if you like look at any footage of it and like have high hopes for it. Because it's so cool looking and it sucks. Did you get whooshed? Yeah. It's been too long since I've seen really any JonTron video. Oh, I remember Cobra Triangle. That was actually pretty fun. It just had 5 minutes of content that looped. Yeah! This is a good one. Alright. I wanted to like Bomberman Hero a lot more than I did as well. Like, I had so much more hope going into that game. And it literally... It failed completely, and it disappoints me. Because so much of Bomberman Hero is, like, linear corridors and jumps with no depth perception. And that's not fun. Also, it's super easy to just blow yourself up. Yeah. That could make sense. I still haven't seen his stuff in the longest time. But I like gaming content. The thing is, I actually do want to put Battletoads higher than this, but I feel like most of my enjoyment with it was because of how stupid it was when me and John were playing it, not the game itself. So, but, yeah, I guess for reference, I don't know if either of you ever saw it, but by far, like, all of my favorite, like, if I made, like, the top 10 things that, or games or series or whatever that I've done on either channel, Rare Replay with John has got to be in one, like, the top position or close, because we did a 5-part series and we went through, like, 8 or 9 games in it, and it was so much fun. The Rare Replay collection has so many just great games that people, like, don't talk about a lot. Like, the first episode's actually not that good because all of the games, like, were super basic, and we still had no idea what exactly we were doing. But eventually, once we got out of the, like, 8-bit and earlier, then we started seeing some really cool stuff.
Yes, go in your little cluster over there.
Alright. Technically haven't done Crazy Taxi on the channel, but it's been played like 3 different times offline. Although one of them was recorded and will become a YouTube series. So it's got that going for it.
Music.
Honestly, Item Bread succeeds very well at everything it tries to do, and it's a really great, like, just party game. So, like, playing it on your own, it's up in the air, but if you're just playing it with, like, a group and goofing around and nothing matters and nothing is to be taken seriously, it succeeds pretty well at just being, I don't know, whatever it wants to be. It succeeds pretty well at being bread. Which is a weird thing to say about video games, but I mean, it's a video game that succeeds at being bread. That's my final remark on it. I honestly don't even know if Belko VR is worth putting in this list because it's so short and nothing that happens in it. It's Busted Bayou! This is the one I was trying to get you guys to play in the stream yesterday. Busted Bayou is so good. It's so good. I love this track. Maybe it's because Gabe covered it. But it's so nice. It's so nice. Where's? It's so good. I like it too much. Maybe this soundtrack was a bad idea for the stream because I'm gonna get way too distracted by it. The thing is, the music might stop once I get into actual editing of the video, but I'm finishing this first. Oh my goodness. The thing is, looking at this list makes me realize, like, just how many consoles I have over here. Because literally, like, every game you look at is for a different platform, pretty much. And all the pictures are representative of the platform I played them on, too. I made sure of that. You know what's up? Here we go, chat. Have some beats for later. But Busted Bayou is better than any song deserves to be. Like, even good songs don't deserve to be this good, and Busted Bayou doesn't care, it just does it anyway. And that's why I love it. It's so nice. Actually, now that I think about it, why am I not bass boosting this? Ooh. I should have done that a while ago. Because I got the amp, and it makes the audio sound so much cleaner than the motherboard sound card, but I keep forgetting it has little dials for, like, enhancers. And for just listening. Ooh. It's just some fine stuff. And there's David Wise himself on the sax. I'm just kidding, it's Harrison. Harrison's on the sax. Although I'm somewhat doubtful that that's an alto. Yeah. My current audio setup actually allows me to bass boost 3 times simultaneously. Because my amp has a bass booster, my speakers have a bass booster, and then I can just digitally bass boost it. And I could probably get other digital things to bass boost it even further. But I can, like, put so much bass in whatever's happening through my speakers now. Although I'm not that interested in bass most of the time. Like, I like string bass, but usually that's kind of about it. Like, more traditional, or that's the most traditional, like the digital bass where it's literally just kind of something there to make the subwoofer move. I don't find a lot of it that interesting. Because it feels like there's no actual tone to it. It's just kind of a deep sound. That's kind of why I've never that involved in bass-heavy things. Also, the steel drums. Why are steel drums so absent in, like, everything? The world needs more steel drums. I always whistle when I'm listening to music, but like if I do it on stream, it destroys the everything. Especially with a compressor on. Yeah. I definitely try for that, but I just find certain things in some genres to just be not at all what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, that's right, SpongeBob is in here. I'm still trying to talk Chris K out of, because he has this one Jimmy Neutron game that he's like so excited to show me, and he thinks it needs to be a full playthrough, and he's convinced I'm gonna love it, and I didn't even think SpongeBob was that interesting. And it was just a game filled with references I didn't get, so I don't know why. But he's not letting up on getting me to try to do the Jimmy Neutron game with him. The internet is going to hate me for putting Deltarune anywhere other than the top, though, because it's the internet. And they just kind of get blinded by, like, I don't know, the game's reputation or something. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some stacking. How about Battletoads? You're a good place to fit in a little bundle of joy. No, Busted Bayou ended. What will I do now? I'll settle for that. Why is it? I don't remember. Why is scrolling up, down, left, or up, down, and right so easy? But why is scrolling left so weird? I love it. I don't even care anymore. I love it. Percussion is my weakness. Oh, this one's so goofy. I love it. Yeah. Well, the way that I'm doing this is must play is a very difficult ranking to achieve. The way that I'm going about this. Alright, then there's those two. You know what? Overwatch can be smaller, I don't care. Why is David Wise so good at everything he does? I don't get it. How do people do that? Oh, Windmill Hills? Windmill Hills is amazing. Well, actually, Gabe did a version of it, and it's so good. 96... This is like one of my favorite covers in like the entirety of like the VGM community. It's so good. I love it. And there's a link. Oh, the Savannah world? That's world 2, I thought. Alright, now to condense, because there's too much space. These are all too short. Gabe's the best. I just wish he focused on acoustic more, but every time I talk to him about it, he says that acoustic is very overrepresented on YouTube, and I don't know, the way he does is really nice. Also, I'm thinking about getting the same kind of ocarina that he has. Well, for one of his, because he has a high alto C triple octave sweet potato, and it looks and sounds really good. I know, but I feel like whether it's really well represented or not, I feel like there's not a lot of truly exceptional representations of it that I come across. Like, I find a lot of it that's just recorded very poorly. Yes. Oh, that was good. I like that one. That one's a spicy meatball. Maybe it was good that had like so many in it that I was thinking of. Not great. And here comes Deltarune. Deltarune, eh. Yeah, that one had a lot in it. But it looks a lot nicer than just scattered about at random sizes. Another thing is, I don't mind for these last ones. I don't know if how much I'm gonna spread them out. The not that good section is actually really small, all things considered. Like, if I've played this many games in the last year and only 8 of them made it into not that good, I'd say that's pretty good. Especially considering, like, and most of the ones here that I categorize as not that good, I didn't expect to be that good. Although, I did expect a lot more from Minecraft VR, but it is actually a nightmare. It just flat out hardly works, and it makes you motion sick. And so many of the mechanics, especially the field of view, just don't work. Also having, like, everything basically blocking your view because it's too tall. It's so good. Also, there we go. More music. More music because I want it. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. Spacebar pauses that. So the one thing that I try to do is, at least for the starting portion of any of these rows, I try to have like some of the games that I want to highlight specifically from that row, or ones that are more popular games, like ones that people might actually like recognize. Because if people look at a row and read left to right and it's like immediately a game, they have no idea what it is. It's not that interesting, or it loses some intrigue. I also wanted Lucky's Tale to be way better, and it wasn't. It failed a lot. I've heard Super Lucky's Tale fixed some things, though. Although I have still talked to people who got it, and they actually, like, just returned it. Luigi's Mansion. I don't know. I just find the structure of Luigi's Mansion 2 to be much more satisfying. Like, the audio design, I guess the audio design is pretty on point, but the artistic direction is so much better in the first game, but that's kind of it. The first game, it just feels too much like a concept that really could have been a lot more could have been done with, and just kind of wasn't. And Music Box is such an unknown game that, like, the thumbnail I made for it, it was the best I had to represent it in this. To be fair, Return to Castle Wolfenstein Tides of War did have one thing about it that made it a very fun experience, and that's the fact that you could kick, punch, and fire your gun. Or no, you could kick, punch, and stab all at the same time in the game. Because it mapped them to different buttons on the controller all over the place, but if you actually held it in really weird ways, you could press all those buttons simultaneously, and so you'd have like his left fist coming out, his right arm coming out with a knife, and a foot coming out in front of you kicking him. It was great. Oh my. I don't recall this one. I have high hopes anyway. Valkyrie Warzone, like, had a huge budget behind it too, and that ended up being a real pain to get through. Because it had so much dependency on its online servers, and things kept crashing and not working. Oh, I put a Genesis game in the red category, and it's like blurring the line. Yeah. I just don't recognize this one for some reason from the soundtrack. I remember I gave Elevators to the Moon a second chance, and it still didn't do anything interesting. I mean, it did plenty interesting, but its puzzles were far too obscure to be fun. That's the thing, I really want to get into the point-and-click genre a bit more, but, like, I feel like I'm just gonna keep getting stuck on things. Which is why I want to do point-and-click adventure games with some friends, but I can't seem to talk anyone into doing that. Although, there's that one service, I forget what it's called, something with a P, that basically lets someone remotely take control of the, like, window that you're on your PC. And I feel like I could probably find someone on Discord who would want to do a point-and-click adventure game if I use that system. Like, no one I know in person cares about point-and-click. Like, Chris and Ezra say that they're open to basically any game, but I know that point-and-click is not going to be one of those games. Because I've mentioned it, and they were just like, something with more action. Alright, oh yes, Tomb Raider was, This is like something that I don't even need to worry about, and I'm still putting so much time into making it actually look decent. And I'm gonna post it and no one cares, but I think it was fun to work on because Photoshop is fun to work with. So it's worth it. Also, Harrison, don't kill rabbits. I don't appreciate. Just a tip for life. This sounds like something out of like DMC or Twisted Metal Black. What? It's not tedious, it's great. Because I'm finishing. It's gonna be finished. And then it's gonna be shiny and completed. It's gonna be great. I don't know. I find it oddly relaxing. Yeah, I still don't recognize this song from Tropical Freeze, oddly enough. There we go. There's that whole category all workamajigged out. There we go. I just like things where I get to make stuff.
Making things brings me into a happy state of mind.
Oh, yes! Oh, feels good. This is good. I'm having a fun time. I like this one too much. This song, this soundtrack, everything about the everything, it's too good. It's not safe. It's too powerful. The world needs more banjo. And whatever this auto-tuned whistle thing is. There we go, that's all spread out nicely. Then we got the rejects. You suck. Alright. Let's post a big old headline of Doki Doki Literature Club, because that game actually was awful to get through. Oh, so good. But where's the downbeat? This one's gonna turn into a bit of a party tune. Honestly, why not? There, that's what Doki Doki gets. Oh no, did I actually? There we go. No, that's not what I meant. Nani? There's few enough games here that I can just kind of do this. I also wanted to like Sonic Spinball a lot more than I did. That concept has so much potential. The game is just a buggy mess that has you fly through every other wall and you'd keep dying to just things that you never would have seen coming and that actually don't make sense most of the time. I love how this one's in Not That Good and it's actually got like an award on its picture. I wanted to like Wilson's Heart a lot more too. It still had great ratings online as well, which I found really odd considering how tedious and like forceful the gameplay was on you. They didn't even have to stack any games in the bottom category. Not what I wanted. What? Why is it only diagonal? Horizontal. There we go. The official every game I've streamed ranking. Oh, wait, no. Duh. I can't forget music. Because music is epic. Sonic Colors, yes. For sure. I mean, Okami, yeah, but honestly, I wasn't that intrigued by some of these. I'm not gonna put Tetris just because one theme is good. Let's see. I wonder if any of the Halo games need it. I don't feel like I remember much more than the main theme and then ones from ODST, which I never played. Oh, Okami is a special one. That is a good pup. Box BR doesn't have good music either. It's like all rap unless you can put your own stuff in it. I wish I could put one for Skyrim Very Special Edition, because I want to know what kind of music that would have. Bomberman Hero. Gameplay was stale, but oh my, did it have a soundtrack. And I honestly don't recall the soundtrack from Tekken 3 all that much, but Tekken 2? For sure. Crazy Taxi was a bunch of licensed stuff. Kingdom Hearts, I did not mind the music. It just, you spent so much time wandering around areas forever that you heard it lots of times. Yep, Dead Space. It's music. I don't recall much music from Dead Space. Oh man, yeah, gotta give it to Mars Sunshine now. You get the music seal of approval. ARMS has some decent music, but it's like the same tune that they have like 50 versions of. It's a bit loud. I guess Deltarune has like one song I like. That's not enough. Sea of Thieves has one song I like. Music Box doesn't even have original music. Yeah, it is. I kind of want to get Okami HD because, honestly, my experience with Okami would be in good. But the game itself really deserves to be in great. It's just the motion controls on the Wii. They just did not do it for me. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't remember a lot of music from Conker's Bad Fur Day, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Brawl has good music. Do I even need to highlight it for that? Yeah. The seal of approval. Sonic Spinball has one good track, and that's like it. I mean, I guess some people like Minecraft's soundtrack, but I don't know. It fits the game. It doesn't really fit my interests for like listening on my own. Oh, that's not even a competition. Deltarune's music does not stand up to Undertale's music. Undertale has so many tracks that like have such a cult following, and they're so well received and everything. Deltarune has like 2, maybe 3 tracks that people really latched onto, and that's kind of about it. And most of them still weren't anywhere near as much as the Undertale tracks got.
Export as PNG.
Ah, yes, I have this in my files. You'll see shortly, and I'm using it in my other project.
Yes.
Now, there we go. Alright. Bleh. Ah! What happened? Hello, noob. Welcome. There we go. Yes. Although this time the music counters it quite a bit. What's wrong now? Nothing. I didn't do anything, I promise. Okay. I'm sitting inside a building, and this stream is already an hour long. Ooh, this is a good one. Horn Top Hop. I guess I didn't quite know that one. That's so good. I like this soundtrack way too much. It's unsafe how much I like this soundtrack. There we are. There we go. I did a thing. Alright. So there we go. Now there's a PNG thing. So there, I threw it somewhere, but I'll mess around with it more after the stream, because now that that's all finished up, whoosh, the editing project that's kind of been under wraps for the longest time. Alright, let's see, where's the thing I'm looking for? But yeah, basically back in like October, when like Josh was over here for like the very first time and we were like just meeting him, that was back, hey Mary! But back when we were first meeting him, there was, let's see, where is it in here? Oh yeah, there's Steven's pictures of Bunky. Where is it? There it is. But yeah. Well, the end of one project. This is a project I didn't even think I'd be streaming. The other one is the one I wanted to stream. But basically in October we streamed Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Fighter 22 or something like that. And it is a nightmare of a game, but we had so much fun just making fun of the game, and it was only for like 50 minutes of a stream, so I thought it'd be something I could crop into a coherent and fun YouTube video, so I'm doing that now. There we go. Then there's that thing. Where's Discord? Yeah. Oh, are you serious? Ah, come on. Okay, you thought you could get to me, Discord. I'll teach you. I need to make it as a JPEG instead. Oh. And hopefully it won't be as big of a file. Because technically it is a 4K image. Oh, it's gonna be 7.8 megabytes. Perfect, because the limit's 8 megabytes. I like the backbeat to this one. It blends well. Alright. I'll post it around more later, because if I do that now, then I might start conversations I can't keep. So. Hey, Steven! Exactly, it's great. What even are they all? I guess, well, I have everything brought up. Is there... Okay, so I guess I'll describe some of those then. Where Where's the there's a zoom tool, right? No. The heck is the zoom? Oh. This? Okay. Oh. What? No. Okay. I guess I can't just decide what zoom I want. But so basically, if anyone has any questions, I can answer them. But basically, the way that I ranked this is, so the must-play games are the ones that I've played in the last year or so that I think, whether or not they've been heard of, I specifically put some slightly more obscure ones on here just to draw more attention to them, but ones that, like, these were, like, some of the best things that I played, and I really liked them. So, the first of those was Scalar. That's the one we finished on Tuesday this week, which is kind of like an obscure platformer, but it's so much fun. It has really good mechanics, and it's a good length, good way of organizing a lot of, like, its collectibles in a very interesting way. It had a in-depth combat system and stuff. Edge of Nowhere, Robo Recall, Windlands, and Super Hot are all VR exclusives, or at least the versions that I'm specifically referring to are. Edge of Nowhere and Robo Recall are VR exclusives. Windlands and Super Hot can be played on PC, but I'm specifically putting the VR versions here because they're far superior. Super Metroid. Yeah, I don't need to say anything. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That's literally the music that's playing during the stream today. So, yeah, we got Tropical Freeze. Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know if that counted, but I put it there anyway. And then Banjo-Kazooie. Again, everyone probably knows what that is. Legend of Dragoon. That's the RPG I've been playing. Super fun. I've been really enjoying that one. F-Zero GX. I don't know. What is it? Oh yeah. So Steven, that was the other thing I was thinking about. Between Thousand Year Door, between Bowser's Inside Story, but the other one was The Legend of Dragoon. I was thinking of. I just know that that's probably even harder to find high-res stuff for. But The Legend of Dragoon, I love it. The characters and the world and the story are so much more interesting than most JRPGs I've played. And a lot of the stuff with the gameplay and the random encounters is actually built really well, in ways that are far more interesting than I typically find. F-Zero GX, I didn't know if all I ever hear about it is that it's going to be a hard game. It's difficult. It's hard to find. It's expensive. Stuff like that. But, like, I never really tried it. And when we finally got around to it, the gameplay is so good. Like, I don't know if there's any game I've played where I could say that you feel like you have more control over what you're doing, but it really pushes you to the limit of how much control you really have. And it's so good. Also, Pokken Tournament, like, no one wants to talk about the game, and everyone I know who plays it, played it for like 10 hours and kind of was like, eh. But it's so much fun. It's like one of my favorite fighting games ever. And I just find the combat so interesting, and I like so many things about it, other than Chandelure. But what was the other thing? There's something else about Pokken. I like how it changes the phases, so the gameplay is constantly changing between or throughout fights, and it also means that you can't just full health to death combo somebody, because the game kind of prevents that in a very creative and interesting way that changes a lot of ways about how you play, and that's why I really like Pokken so much. I thought both versions of Shadow Colossus were great. I liked the art direction more in the PS2 version, but I liked the music and gameplay more in the PS4 version. Tales of Symphonia was a really good game. I enjoyed a lot about it, but I don't know. It didn't quite hit this tier for me. Smash Wii U, also great. Beat Saber, it's fun. Windlands 2. It tries a lot of things to like expand on Windlands 1, but like everything that they came up with involves basically backtracking like 3 or 4 times through every part of the game, which is fun, but I just like how I just kind of like the slightly more linear approach without backtracking. That, well, with backtracking, but backtracking in far more interesting ways that Windlands 1 had. Dead Space has been really well designed so far. Both Metro games are pretty good. Metroid Samus Returns, it's great. They shouldn't just give you the map, though, and they should actually, like, try to expand on the music from the original game or make original music and not just use Metroid Prime or Super Metroid soundtrack, because I found that to be quite underwhelming. Do you guys really want me to go through all these? Is there anything you have a question about? How about that? This music it's intense. I'm liking it. Oh, of course, the first person to reply to me uploading this is my dad on Facebook. Great. They can't even display his name properly. That's how broken Facebook is. I love it. Luigi's Mansion? Basically, after playing the second game, I really don't have a lot of interest in the first game. I've beaten the first game 2.5 times, and that last half time, I just couldn't really bring myself to finish it. It's just... it gets boring to me very quickly. Like, it's got a lot of interesting concepts. The aesthetic is amazing. But past the aesthetic, the second game really does catch my interest so much more. I like the second game a lot. I do not like the aesthetic of the second game anywhere near as much. It's just like typical Mario, like cartoony, upbeat stuff, which doesn't really fit Luigi's Mansion as far as what you'd think, but the fact that it was like mission structured and you're not really repeating anything that much is why I really liked the second game. The first game, I feel like you kind of have like two or three types of things that you can be doing, and they all still feel the same anyway, and it just loops those like 50 times each until you beat the game. And I mean, like, Luigi's Mansion is still fun to me, but I don't find it that intriguing. Or I don't find it that fun to play anymore, because I feel like it's very slow and repetitive, even if it is a short game. It's also an oddly expensive game, depending on the circumstance for some reason. Because for whatever reason, like, even if it's open and stuff, the black label of Luigi's Mansion goes for like 120 or 30 bucks for some reason, but the greatest hits version still goes for like 25, 30. And I have no idea why. It's not as bad as Halo 2 though. That's the funniest one of them all. Otherwise, yeah. There's all the lots of big bundles of games. There's games for everybody. Alright. Any others that you're wondering about on here? What is this one? Sawmill Thrill. Oh, this is like a 1-minute track. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting ones in here. But so let's do this one now. So this is the stream that I've been cutting down, and there's still about 37 minutes left of it. What I'm doing right now is I'm not necessarily doing any edits to it. I'm just doing slicing and cropping. So what I've done so far with this project is my objective is basically to just cut out dead time, and then I'm gonna go back over it and start really editing it from there, and like move around like the camera or the gameplay if I need to, have things come up on screen, crop out sections that, like, despite being interesting, are not the most interesting thing ever. So yeah, that's what I'm focusing on right now. So I'm about 10 minutes into it as far as just keeping things, or just keeping moments where things of some interest are actually happening. So, yeah. How do I... Oh, that's what it is. So this will appear low res because it's in the editing software and it's not an exported file. But while I go grab a snack, I'll just play what I have so far of it for you guys.
I'm just so proud of
It should catch up and look a little better.
What?
Monster Hero Soccer Cry. That's
Master Hero Soccer guy?
yeah. Mashed potato samurai.
Oh, you mean like the fat African American dude when you do research?
I'm just so proud of him.
Josh?
If for a while when you googled Monster Hero Sakurai, is that random fat Bang? It was a Bang.
Hey, Bang.
What's up, dude? Bang, we're playing your favorite game. The only good part of this game is the opening.
So don't skip it.
I can't work.
I mean, it's whatever.
Well, if that's the only good part, we should see the good part. Shouldn't we?
You're going to pirate this game.
Wow.
Pang. Pang.
Let's go,
Is that-
Bang. It's your favorite game, everybody.
Don't ask.
No.
What's happening?
It's nothing like what the game's gonna be.
Oh, this is so much louder than the other game.
Yes, it is.
Much.
Well, let's balance the audio.
Oh yeah, he's streaming on YouTube. Not. Hey, great say, man.
It's not how the Destructo disc works, man. He's not even in this part of Dragon.
I think this is just all of Dragon Ball Z.
I guess. Wait, is Zarbon in this game? He shouldn't be.
This
Obviously.
looks great by PS1 standards.
Because it's just.
This movie probably takes up like half of the disc.
Yeah?
It wouldn't surprise me. Oh my god.
Why? It's my favorite game.
I did not expect that.
Yes.
You should start. Gotta do it.
Oh, this kind of menu.
Oh,
Oh, that
this
sound.
is a very Capcom type menu.
Oh, what's that sound?
What's the sound?
HP and strength.
Loud.
No.
You can. Do you want health points? No.
Do you want strength? No.
Oh, you like this character select menu?
All those kinds of character select menus.
Man, I really wish I
Everything's
could tell what I was
grayscale.
playing.
Okay, this is
Wait a
a
second.
bit absurd.
Supreme Kai?
You don't like my boy?
Why is Supreme Kai playable?
Because he was in that one. Oh, what happened?
I think you pressed circle.
He was in that one tournament once.
Did he actually fight though?
Where's Vegeta?
Guys, we're probably the only people on Twitch streaming this game.
Probably. Deborah?
I like how Vegeta's all ashamed in the corner.
Why is Deborah?
Should I be concerned this is happening?
You know what?
I like how all the names are trademarked or copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this 2D or 3D?
I don't know. Well, we're about to find out.
Clearly.
2.5D?
Oh no. It's got like a Windows 95 logo.
2D.
Oh, it's 3D.
It's 2D.
Oh.
It is very 2D. Oh,
What?
this feels so wrong.
Oh!
What is
Dragon
this?
Ball Fighter Z?
What
No, it is not. Not at
Dragon
all.
Ball Fighter
How did you
Y?
do this?
Tired.
Oh,
Why? Why are you taking a nap?
okay. So, triangle is not an attack. Got it. Oh, crap.
You're doing fine.
There's no dashing either.
So it's basically
too
Dragon
late,
Ball
Chris.
Fighter Z, but take out the fun?
It's
Not
it's
even.
really bad.
Not even. It's just bad.
How bad could it be?
What could possibly be going wrong?
Everything.
Got a channel. What?
Wait, how?
Our
Me and Ezra saw Bubsy
Oh.
at the game store today. Oh no. Although we couldn't actually tell what console it was for. It was like this weird
Well, how am I
cartridge. It
Oh,
was
okay.
Like a 5200
That makes
cartridge,
sense
but
now.
I'm pretty sure that Bubsy didn't come out on the 5200.
Yeah, no.
But it just looked like it looks like somewhere
wait,
in between
crap.
a Sega Genesis and a 5200 cartridge, and we couldn't figure out what it was because it didn't say. It was
This
just
game is dumb.
the
It
game's
really is.
It might have been-
Ultimate,
no, it wouldn't have
ultimate
been like
attack.
a
But there's not even a win screen.
That's just what happened when you win.
The ultimate battle. What 20
This character selection screen is so hard to look at.
Android
It's hard to
Wait,
navigate.
go back to Android 18. Oh, it's TM. I thought I said Android 18th. And I was like, what?
Wouldn't be entirely wrong.
The
Potentially.
SNES game of Super Butoden 2 is better than this game. Dragon Ball Z Hyper Dimension for the SNES is better than
This is from 2000.
That's a polygon.
3.
So clearly
Three.
3
Oh my
This is
backwards.
God.
2003? This is PS1. PS2
We're
was out for like
schloop
2
around.
years by now.
Yeah.
What?
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 What? I did 3 key blasts?
Wait, you got 2 health bars? Wait, what's the red meter?
That's like their.
That's your key, basic. Wait, you can jump in the air.
When has Boo ever done this? When has he ever...
We.
Gotten tired?
Why can I?
No, he gets tired. When has he ever shot a beam on... I'm the Jello Man. He just gets bigger. I'm just
Yeah.
bigger.
Why did you get bigger?
Because they're like going to a different like plane for fighting.
And there's the super basic polygons in the background. What year did this one come out? Does it say?
2003.
Oh.
After Kingdom... I think... Wait,
Why
no.
did a PS1 game come out in 2000?
This came out after Kingdom Hearts.
This is 2003.
Like
I have a plan.
Why is this
the
2003?
last PlayStation 1 game came out in like 2005 or 6.
Approaching is just so hard in this.
Here, let me
The Japanese import now available in U.S.
figure this out. I want to know.
Show
what
off
the
your
last
strongest
PlayStation 1 game
skills.
is.
You are highly trained. Terrify your opponent.
Show off your eyes.
Oh, oops.
He's my ultimate attack.
No, you don't.
There we go.
Make the most of super
So hopefully that
fast
gave you some idea of what we're doing.
My ultimate attack.
I'll just let it finish so I can keep up.
2004. So the last PS1 game came out a year after this.
Wait.
What?
It was FIFA Football
So
2005.
you can turn off HP and strength.
FIFA.
So you're just doing this.
But like,
Oh, I wonder if that just like makes it like timed battles then instead.
Whatever it does, it's not worth it.
This game. You see why this game's terrible? Would you
I-
like to play?
I love it.
Would you like to play?
Sure, I'm a pro gamer.
Pick your character.
all right, we got the 2 people
Wait,
who
this
haven't
doesn't
played it
have
yet.
DualShock support. I'm gonna be
Wait, it
Puke
doesn't.
Monster
I'll be.
or Krillin or no, it's Cell.
It's Cell.
Okay.
I'm pressing one direction, and it keeps cycling back and forth between these two.
They mu-
I'm just
I
pressing.
think those two are on like a lower level.
Oh God, yeah, that's weird.
That's why it's hard to navigate.
Ooh, I want to be the kid.
Wait, how did you deselect a character?
Y. Or no, triangle.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, 'cause PlayStation.
Yeah, because PlayStation doesn't have Y, so gotta find
This is
the
great.
nearest equivalent.
Check this out, guys. I'm gonna win
All right,
because
let's
I'm Kid Trunks
let's see if-
R.
copyright.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Apparently,
Yes. Yes. I don't know what I'm. Oh, I'm
Oh,
picking
you're
my
tired.
nose.
You're
I'm picking
tired.
my nose. Okay. What are the controls?
Triangle is
to go up and down.
Square
basically.
is punch, X is kick and circle is blast.
Oh!
But you can jump also by
Try-
pressing up. So.
Remember, triangle's the whoop button.
Stop it!
Don't L and R or
Stop
don't
picking your nose and
R1
fight!
and R2 do stuff too?
R1 and L1 do things.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, yeah, L and R does that.
Yeah, no. Yes.
Whoa,
What?
whoa, whoa!
Yes!
You
Oh,
bumped the
okay.
camera.
That's fine.
Whoa, what?
I am
How are you
winning!
doing that?
I am winning!
I don't know how to do. Like, there's just so much about this game that's just like,
Yes!
is it? Does it?
Tiny little punches! No!
No!
Yes!
Yes!
No! I'm
Yes!
dead.
No!
Yes! I don't even have a health bar. Why am I?
Okay, that's roughly as far as it got. Let's see. There we go. That's about as far as it's at right now for cropping. But originally that's like a 20-minute segment right there, but that's already cut in half, so now it's just kind of getting more highlights from the rest of the video. And then we can actually start turning it into something as opposed to just basically spectating it.
Yes!
You had the magic pixel.
Oh, it wasn't even a pixel. It was just nothing.
Select.
It's even worth the effort
I think there was an entire fight between those crops as well.
of looking in the manual, look at the controls.
Maybe.
I don't think it was worth the effort of putting in the game. Or putting in the PS2.
That's.
Or is this getting to be the time where manuals are less and less helpful?
Oh no.
What?
There's not standard controls. There's simply a control scheme for each individual character.
How much of that is command list?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. For this, I'm probably gonna have to like take pictures of the manual, which maybe I should just get the game box over here.
Hey, Bunky. Look, it's Dragon Ball Fighters. Or Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22. It's great. It's quality entertainment.
Oh, Monkey doesn't want none of this game. He just shoves it away.
Even the rabbit denies this game the privilege of existence. And honestly, can you blame him? But yeah, this is Ultimate Battle 22. It scares children and rabbits. Actually, yeah, if we're referencing the manual, don't just have the game box. Is there an easy way to open these? Because I feel like I'm always doing it wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. If you open the case, you just have giant screaming Goku behind the CD. Okay. Nope. It's very hard to grab discs off my desk. But what we need now is the manual, because that's what things are being referenced. So, for context, yeah, it basically just does this for every character in the game. It literally has a full moveset and like a paragraph describing the character. And there's not like any traditional controls in the game at all. There's not like a consistent punch button, a consistent jump button. It's just, once you pick a character, you mash buttons until something happens, or you are familiar with that character. But I don't know who plays this game enough to do that, so I feel bad for them anyway if they did.
But apparently each individual character has their own
Let me take a
moveset
look.
listed out.
Let me take a look.
Controls, there's simply a control scheme for each individual character.
How much of that is command list?
But apparently each individual character has their own
Let me take a
moveset
look.
listed out.
Let me take a look.
Yeah. I'm gonna be...
I'll just crop it after that one because I feel like that drags on a bit.
What?
There's not standard controls.
I have this zoomed out a lot anyway. That's better.
there's simply a control scheme for each individual character.
Okay. Then after that. Because, like, no matter how interesting things are, if it's not, like, the most interesting thing being said, it's not really going to be worth keeping in a YouTube video where I'm cropping out, like, 60 to 80% of the video, or of the stream archive anyway.
How much of that is command list?
But apparently each individual character has their own
Let me take a
moveset
look.
listed out.
Let me take a look.
Yeah. I'm gonna be...
Yeah, it's not actually telling
Captain
you.
Gideon.
It's not actually telling you like how to. Levi.
Hmm?
Mastering character moves.
Not really just do that. I heard Chris address me in a recording, and I was like, yes?
Oh, there's another menu thing for it?
Yes.
Okay. I got
You skipped past the mastering character movements and went straight to the command lists. Yes.
Okay.
Like how to. Levi.
There we go. That's a better crop then. Because that was like 20 seconds of not a whole lot happening that is helpful. But this gets moment to moment.
Individual character.
Levi. Mastering character movements.
Oh, there's another menu thing for it?
Yes.
Okay. I got
You skipped past the mastering character movements and went straight to the command lists for the characters.
Perfect.
Ginyu
Yes!
and Majin Buu.
Okay. I got
You skipped and went straight to the command lists for the characters.
Perfect.
Alright. Yeah, the odd thing is, when we originally streamed this, I couldn't even tell you who, like, Vegeta was. That's how little I knew about the Dragon Ball series, but then Chris and Ezra and Connor showed me the entirety of Dragon Ball Super now. Or no. No, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super is the one that everyone's indecisive if I should see it. But now I actually know what everything in this game references, but in the recording, I have no idea.
Ginyu
Yes!
and Majin Buu fighting in the Cell Arena. Or Cell
Is that
Games
not
Arena.
the best thing ever?
Something that would never happen.
I don't know enough.
For the characters.
Perfect.
Alright, what if I just... Oh, there's no in-between frame for it. Oh.
Perfect.
There we go. Just keep it moving a little faster then.
Ginyu
Yes!
and Majin Buu fighting in the Cell Arena. Or Cell
Is that
Games
not
Arena.
the best thing ever?
Something that would never happen.
I don't know enough about it.
Tell me what happened.
You did the best thing ever?
Something that would never happen.
Then before I start screaming...
I don't know enough about it.
Tell me what happened.
We did. No.
Well, first off,
How do none of my attacks hit?
Yeah, because my arms are longer than yours.
Enough about it.
Tell me what happened.
We did.
well,
No.
first
that might not have been good crap.
off,
This is the tricky thing about having a lot of people over, is that it works okay for streaming, but when you're editing, you have to figure out how to crop it when multiple people are talking so that you don't hear like the half conversation that's you're halfway through.
How do none of my attacks hit?
Yeah, because my arms are longer than yours.
Stop it! Nah, my foot is longer than your arm.
you can
Wait,
jump.
where's the body change? I know he can do it.
No, I finally
I-
figured
I-
something out.
I actually stopped looking at the controls
You're
once
like halfway through my
once I
second health bar, and
found
I
out that
barely
Levi
touched
was
your
looking in the
first
completely wrong spot.
All right, so you have a choice of moves, Levi, from cross hit surprise tackle.
Okay, which one can I do
Parmesan
while I'm
shower.
dead?
Oh,
Which one can I
When
do
you're
while I'm dead?
Parmesan shower.
Parmesan shower.
Yes.
What you can do while dead is die.
Ooh. I want to be... Ooh.
What you can do while dead is die. It is die.
Oh, it's because it's on one audio track, unlike a normal recording where I can have two.
Ooh. I want to be... that guy.
Great say, man. Trademark.
This guy looks really stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
This guy looks really...
Ooh, did I not get the... I didn't get that with this one. There we go. Well, ultimately, I guess I probably could have worked around that anyway. I'm starting to use trying to use Photoshop things to move around, but it's not working.
Ooh. This guy looks really stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I'm leaving in parts that mean a bit more to people who are fans of the series then, even though to a normal audience member some of these jokes might sound a little odd.
It's Gohan.
Spoilers.
It's just
Actually, no, is it spoilers because you know about Gohan way before you know about Great
it's just
Saiyan?
Gohan acting like a superhero.
Oh, that's what it was trying to notify me about. It's like, Ezra called you. Great.
Oh yeah. I did do that.
Yes.
Honestly, I feel like it wouldn't look too bad
Well, actually, you didn't call me.
if
You
he
called
didn't have
Taco
the
Bell.
helmet.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then you just can't be a dog.
Like, if he just didn't have
Whoa,
the
I did a
helmet,
cartwheel. Yeah. Whoa, I did a
helmet. Like, if he just didn't have
Whoa,
the
I did a
helmet, like, it,
Bunky, what are you doing? I hear nibbling. He's being an active nugget. There we are. Try that out.
like, if he just didn't have
Whoa,
the
I did a
helmet,
cartwheel. Yeah.
Actually, no.
Haha. Haha.
take off the helmet and cape, and it'd probably look pretty
Do a
decent.
half circle and then hit circle.
Half circle. Which half
So
circle?
it's back, down, and then right.
I thought it was.
I don't know. That didn't seem to
down-
do anything.
I
You
thought it
didn't
was,
have enough juice.
oh wait, half circle, yeah. So back, down, then right.
Wow.
Or-
Mega. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I just literally couldn't input anything there.
You couldn't even do the whoop.
The greatest
I couldn't.
All right, let me see.
Couldn't input anything there.
Alright.
You couldn't even do the whoop.
This is the greatest.
I couldn't.
All right, let me see.
That seems like a decent crop.
Oh crap!
And I'm gonna do the ultimate attack.
Levi's gonna fight someone who's actually looking at the move lists. Couldn't even do the whoop.
This is the greatest.
I couldn't.
All right.
There we go.
Thing there.
All right, let me Let me see.
Okay.
Oh crap.
And I'm gonna do the ultimate attack.
Levi's gonna fight someone who's actually looking at the move lists.
Don't know who I want to play though.
That's fine. I'm gonna play.
Oh wait, did I check? Alright, this is fine then. Alright. Okay. That's good then.
As Mewtwo.
You mean Frieza?
Sure.
Very much. Mewtwo is nicer.
Yeah.
Mewtwo is very much nicer than
Wait,
Frieza.
hold on, we gotta go
He
back.
jokes, but he's right. Oh yeah, you're first player, so you get to do that.
Wait, I didn't mean to choose these characters. We gotta leave. There's more characters. I gotta unlock the other characters.
Wait, what?
He jokes, but he's right. Oh yeah, you're first player, so you get to do that.
Wait, I didn't mean to choose these characters. We gotta leave. Wait, I didn't mean.
You're first player, so you get to do that.
Wait, I didn't mean to choose these characters.
Alright. Get it on the we gotta go back. And then it is cohesive without making it seem like you missed anything.
Sure.
So here's the secret part about the game.
We gotta leave. There's more characters. I gotta.
Frieza.
Sure.
We gotta leave. There's more characters. I gotta unlock the other characters.
Wait, what?
Real quick.
Wait.
Wait.
There's
Yeah,
characters
there's Master
to unlock?
Roshi, there's Kid
No,
Goku.
you'll see it in a second.
I'm scared.
There's codes to unlock more. Oh.
I don't think it's
Wait,
codes.
we're playing.
Alright, well.
Here, whatever. I'll look up codes for it. What's the
No,
name
the
of
code's in here.
Oh,
I'm not even joking. It's actually just right
This
here.
this is just how the character walks. For it. What's
No,
name of
the code's in here.
Oh,
I'm not even joking. It's actually just right
This
here.
this is just how the character walks. This is
It's actually just right
this
here.
is just
Of course I interrupt.
It's actually just right
this
here.
is
Why did I have to interrupt with something stupid again?
It's actually just right.
No.
Right
This
here.
this is just how the character walks.
Oh god.
Why do I look
Special
so
beam cannon.
Why do I look so pitiful?
That's the that is the most elderly attack I have seen.
I just keep getting hit by like one thing and I fall.
Beam cannon.
Why do I look so pitiful?
That's the that is the most elderly attack I have seen. I've seen.
Alright, there. Frame before I start screaming about something.
I just keep getting hit by like one thing and I fall.
Well, because you're getting hit by attacks that would knock you down.
I can't move. There we go. But-
I am big.
I am tiny. Aggressive. Yes. What? What? No!
Oh my god.
No! I
Levi.
keep trying to ascend.
Oh no.
Here's a tip.
Yes. What? What? Yes.
Okay, that's a good one then. Cuts out some of the filler of the battle where nothing too big happened.
Attack I have seen.
What? What? No!
Oh my god.
No! I
Levi.
keep trying to ascend.
Oh no.
Here's a tip. Press backwards to block.
Ascend.
There we go.
Oh no.
Here's a tip. Press backwards to block.
Sheesh. It's so long ago since we did this.
Oh my god, you almost jumped into it.
I'm trying to press Y to change planes, but it's not working because. Stop it!
Oh my god, you.
Okay, we'll do that. This is a good one then. This whole fight is just me getting hit by laser beams or something.
Send. No!
Oh my god, you almost jumped into it.
And then I did jump into
Y to
it.
change planes, but it's not working because. Stop it!
Wait, Bang posted a JPEG in chat. I'm worried. So am I.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Okay, maybe not that then. Yeah.
Stop it!
That'll be good enough. Because we don't need the whole fight, just the most interesting portions.
Wait, Bang posted a JPEG in chat. I'm worried. So am I.
I'll check it out.
I was so stupidly overconfident in this.
Wait, no, I didn't check it out because it wasn't.
I was taking this game even less seriously than it was taking itself.
What is?
Oh, that's what that noise is. I had my old desk chair and that was really creaky.
It's probably, it's probably dead or alive.
How do we go to the main menu?
Press triangle. Drop live.
Oh, since we didn't do his code, that means I actually... Well, maybe we should keep that other sequence. Oh, my watch is going off. That's fine. Nothing's wrong. Mostly.
How do we get?
Okay. Where's the audio kick up? There we go. That's a lot of dead time with no audio, no talking.
How do we go to the main menu?
Press triangle. Drop.
Oh,
Figures worth a shot. So it's loading. I'm scared. I'm scared that it's loading. The image.
Oh yeah, he said it didn't work.
Press triangle. Drop.
oh.
Alright, and then just skip to where we actually do something.
So it's loading. I'm scared. I'm scared that it's loading.
When they talk about things that aren't even on the stream capture, it's not as
Oh yeah, he said it didn't.
compelling.
Yeah, it doesn't even work if we keep the link.
Oh, we gotta reset the game.
He said it didn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't even work.
Alright. Because the thing is, I'll probably be cropping half this out in the end anyway, but this just makes it far easier to work with for editing.
Oh, oh, we gotta reset the game. Hey, could you reset the thing real quick?
Do you have to input the codes during like the alternate cinematic or something?
Oh, that's what we're doing now?
So we're unlocking characters.
Wow.
Also,
At the title screen.
so Roshi and Kid Goku. What?
Yes.
Roshi makes some kind of sense, but Kid Goku in Z
Guys, I'm gonna do some magic.
Unauthorized production.
I'm gonna turn this game into a better game.
kind of sense, but Kid Goku.
Alright. Let's go with this then. Because every time they just kind of get into talking about the show, then it becomes not as interesting to talk for the actual game.
Thing real quick.
In Z?
Guys, I'm gonna do some magic.
Unauthorized.
Quick.
In Z?
Oh, wait. That was a bad crop. There we go.
Wait, yeah, I'm gonna do some magic.
Production.
I'm gonna turn this game into a better game.
Really? Kid
Just watch.
Trunks.
You're gonna upload 2 times speed?
No, you're
That's
gonna
still
see.
part of Z.
You're gonna see what I mean.
Oh.
You're gonna see what I mean.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Boost us.
Trust me. You're gonna be when I say it, you'll understand.
Okay, we'll keep
I
that.
don't fully
When I do it.
understand all the Gokus.
Well,
But first, I've got an idea.
Kid Goku is all of the original Dragon Ball,
No, it's
Yeah.
just GT Kid.
I know that,
but
but like,
adult
No, not that.
Goku is.
like,
And then you take the control short cable.
Wait, hold on.
Like,
Well, this
I
one's
need to
first
put-
player.
No,
Oh, no,
you're
This
gonna-
one's first player.
Oh, that one's first player?
Yeah.
Uh,
And this way I'll be able to actually play it over here.
Yeah.
Yay. Who time traveled from the future
Do you want to play or should I?
to change the present that actually didn't change the future.
Oh. Is there enough cable for it? Yeah, it's good.
So they, I guess.
oh yeah, this is back when I had green hair too. The camera looks so like tiny and blurry in this. The thing is, I really should have streamed in 1080p today. I forgot to, because for editing streams, 1080p 30 works a lot better than the 720p 60 that I typically have as my format. Because this is a 2560 by 1080p display that's just cropped into the lower section of a 720p thing, and so you guys probably can't even like read some of the numbers I have here. How much of this actually does show up on screen? Yeah, you can hardly read some small text. Might need to fix that in the future. Although, how much more do I have of this now? I'm already less than half an hour to the end.
From the
It's not working.
branching
I
timelines
don't know.
type of thing, where you change something
It's
in the
not responding?
past, it doesn't really change where you came from. It just creates another.
That would explain why I was
future.
losing if the controller isn't accepting any input at all. Why?
I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
something happened.
Wait, what happened?
It's just probably redoing the title system cinematic. Yep.
Why?
There we go.
I don't know what's
Oh,
going on.
something happened.
Wait, what happened?
It's just probably redoing the title system cinematic. Yep.
So the controller's just not working now?
Well, it's
Oh, we're
reading
getting no
inputs.
sound now.
It, what?
What?
There was no sound during that cinematic.
I was hearing like a slight drum.
Oh, I
Hmm.
wasn't hearing anything.
What's wrong?
So that wasn't the real one.
I mean, nothing's going on.
Does the R1 and L1 work properly?
I feel like we should. We were just using them.
Okay, so once we do up, triangle, down, X, left, L1, right, R1. There we go.
There we go.
R1 and L1 work properly?
Just using them.
Okay, so
Alright, we'll do that.
Using it.
That's a good part then. Because then there's actually cohesion for what exactly is happening. It's not just, bam, what's happening exactly?
don't understand. Okay, so once we do up, triangle, down, X, left, L1, right, R1. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, that time I heard something.
Oh, something happened now?
And it is loading the cinematic again. Which is weird because we just entered in a
Nope,
code.
it's the new cinematic.
Wait,
I've turned it into a better game. This way.
Because he
New
unlocked
cutscene?
Roshi and Kid Goku.
wait.
I've turned it into a better game. This way.
There we are.
Because he
New
unlocked
cutscene?
Roshi and Kid Goku.
This is just in the manual.
No, no.
You
He's
unlock
not.
numbers, guys? Does this just
Hercule's
unlock?
not.
Does this just unlock all the characters?
This one unlocks like 5 more characters.
This is just in the manual.
And this one's for Chris. Chris has very mixed feelings about Hercule, I've noticed over time. It's quite interesting.
No.
You
He's
unlock
not.
those guys? Does this just
Hercule's
unlock?
not.
Does it just unlock all the characters?
This one unlocks like 5 more characters.
And there's a cutscene for that.
Did the,
5 more characters.
Okay.
And there's a cutscene for that.
did the
Yeah.
Vegito?
What? It says Vegito. What?
And there's a cutscene for that.
Did the
Yeah.
Vegito?
A little time before so that you can actually anticipate it somewhat. It's only at 30 FPS, so I can be a lot more sparing with some parts of that.
Characters.
Vegito?
What? It says Vegito. What?
Wait. What?
I don't know. Why is this
It
surprising?
says Vegito. That's not Vegito. That's Gogeta.
That is very not. Yeah, that is very much Gogeta, not Vegito. Very much Gogeta, not Vegito.
Alright.
Alright, now you'll see what I mean. Ultimate Battle 20. Alright.
There we go.
Vegito.
Now you'll see what I mean.
That one you can hardly even tell it's a crop.
Vegito.
Now you'll see what I mean. Ultimate Battle 27.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You got 5 more
there was
characters.
actually more.
Oh,
You
wow,
skipped
yeah.
5 games in the
Why
franchise.
is Hercule? Well, you know what? Never mind. Hercule's that joke character. Hercule's that joke character.
Alright.
Or wait, what is Hercule called? Is he called Mr. Satan? Okay.
He's a little kid with a stick.
So we can chant Satan if we want to chant for Hercule.
Everything about this seems
Wait,
like a bad
I
idea.
didn't expect more characters to be in the thing. Very honest with you.
How long does this go for?
So we have 3 versions of Goku in this.
Yeah, we have Goku, we have Goku, we have Goku, and we have Goku.
Okay.
Yes,
if you wanna
Josh.
Count that. If you want to count that.
Yeah.
But if you want to count that, you also have 2 Trunks and 2.
There's already like a full minute I can cut out.
Yeah, we got 3 versions of Trunks and 2 Go.
What is Galactic Donuts?
Wait, Rigo.
What?
Wait, you said
It says Galactic Donuts. Vegeta.
what?
What is Galactic?
Are you Bunky? You stomping around? Oh, he's doing things. We got Bunky activity. He's kicking things up.
What do you?
Alright, that's like a full minute just out of the video there. That's really convenient on the editing side of this. So now I have 15 minutes of footage and about 26 minutes left to go through. And it was originally a 1 hour and 10 minute file, I think. So it's turning out to be okay.
What is Galactic Donuts?
Rigo.
What?
Wait, you said
It says Galactic Donuts. Vegeta.
what?
Why does it say that's not Vegito? That's not Vegito.
Before that sound, though. Alright.
What is this? What have they
An
done?
abomination.
What have they done? What is this?
Alright, there's another 5 seconds of nothing just out of there.
What is this? What have they
An
done?
abomination.
What have they done?
Ultimate Battle 27. Never forget.
That'll work.
I will forget.
I forgot already.
So wait, can we change the name to Ultimate Battle 27?
On Twitch?
Yep.
Forgot already.
So wait.
Okay.
Forgot already.
Of course, Chris has to ask a dumb question like this. And again, all of us do it all the time, so.
So wait, can we change the name to Ultimate Battle 27?
On Twitch?
Yep.
I don't think people are going to care enough. I don't think people are going to care enough.
Honestly, with this game, that's true.
Wow.
Then we're like mute during this fight.
How old is the
Who's playing? Okay, it's me and Ezra.
Dragon Ball franchise?
It's old.
Debuted in the 80s in Japan.
Whoa.
Like there were.
You could
Oh.
charge? You know what? That shouldn't be surprising.
Apparently.
That should not be surprising at all. But it is.
Surprise if you're really smart.
What? Oh, you were
What
starting.
did I do? How did I do
You were
that?
starting final.
Oh, I just have my hands down there. Josh is playing.
Everything's a surprise if you're really smart.
What? Oh, you were
What
starting.
did I do? How did I do?
Really smart.
Alright. There's another 30 seconds of not much. Because the thing is, I feel like I could make this into a solid, like, 10-15 minute video in the end, but I just really have to get rid of all the filler.
Fair enough.
What? Oh, you were
What
starting.
did I do? How did I do
You were
that?
starting Final Kamehameha, weren't you?
You use the power of
It's too
hair.
late.
Oh, weren't you?
He hasn't replied to it,
Use the
though.
power of
It's too
hair.
late.
I think he has the hair quirk.
Nah.
What?
What? That's
What?
not Final Kamehameha. Nah.
Okay. Just goes flying. Alright. That's a good place to do it because it's just before the animation starts, so you still get to see the epic impact.
Nah.
What?
What? That's
What?
not Final
I'm
Kamehameha.
so mad. I'm so mad right now.
Perfect.
That is not Final Kamehameha.
I see what Galactic Donuts looks like.
Galactic Dome. That's just the name of a move?
Yeah, that's the name of a legitimate move.
It is, but it's for truck or go tanks.
You guys think there's a fighting game community behind this?
No.
That has like competitive tournaments to this day?
Not to this day.
Why?
Why did he do the move?
Okay.
What?
I can crop that
I'm so
earlier.
mad. I'm so mad right now.
That is not Final Kamehameha.
I see what Galactic Donuts looks like.
Galactic Dome. That's just the name of a move?
Yeah, that's the name of a legitimate move.
It is, but it's for truck or go tanks. Go tanks.
Hmm.
It is, but it's for.
It's the name of a legitimate move.
Alright.
You guys think there's a fighting game community behind this?
No.
That has like competitive tournaments to this day?
Not to this day.
Chris almost thinks that there was some at some point.
I'm gonna do the move. I'm doing the move.
Okay.
So Ezra actually lost a fight because he just wanted to do like one or two moves.
It's the name of a legitimate move.
Why?
Why did he do the move? I'm gonna do the move. I'm doing the move.
Okay.
I'm doing the move.
Donut! I'm gonna use the donut.
I'm doing the move.
Okay.
I'm doing the move.
Donut.
I'm doing the move.
Yeah.
Donut.
I guess my voice crops over it.
We're gonna see everybody's favorite move. Galactic Donuts.
You could be an old man.
Yeah.
Here's the donut.
We're gonna see.
I always forget how the mic makes Ezra's voice sound really deep for some reason.
We're gonna see everybody's favorite move. Galactic Donuts.
You could be an old man.
Yeah.
Mr. Roshi. Or Roshi.
Yeah. Roshi.
Yeah, that part will probably get cropped eventually.
The kitchen speaker is casting.
What?
The device on your Wi-Fi is casting.
Oh.
I like how while it's paused, it's still loading in. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah. He's the turtle hermit.
Do the move. That's not Galactic Donuts. Is that what the move?
What? He's the turtle hermit.
Alright, so I'll get the build up to it as well. Even though not a lot is being said, it's happening in the gameplay.
That's Roshi. What?
Do the move.
Oh, there we go.
Do.
Oh, it's because that was the wrong move. I just looked at it the wrong frame and it looked like it was the other one.
It's Roshi.
Do the move. That's not Galactic Donuts. Is that what the move does?
None of this is what it should be. So far, Special Beam Cannon has probably been the most consistent.
I can't up.
Oh wait,
Hold on, I gotta hit you with my ultimate
I
breath
can't
attack.
up.
wait, and you're pressing triangle?
Yes.
He's Master
Wait,
Roshi.
oh yeah, Roshi probably can't fly.
But he can still key blast.
Yeah. I forgot, Roshi can't really fly, can't fly.
But he can still key blast.
Yeah.
Alright. That was a decent enough one.
I forgot, Roshi can't really fly, can he?
The Joshi has begun. Hey now, you paid $4.21 to Nintendo.
Oh.
What?
Yep, they started charging me for online.
Oh,
So I
really?
made it for a month now, I guess.
Is that you? Is that Bunky? Oh, that was you. I thought that was Bunky. Hi!
Can you help me zip this up?
Do you want it on camera?
Are you streaming?
Yeah?
Well, can you help me zip this up over here?
I guess. Well, now the camera's off.
Okay, sorry. I didn't realize you were streaming. I'm sorry. You're the only other person here.
Okay.
Can you get it all the way?
All the way!
Shut up.
Oh!
This is not what I asked for.
I never asked for this,
Is it all the way up?
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Where's Monkey? What? Where are you going?
I don't know.
You're dancing again?
Going out adventuring into the world.
Bring back ice cream.
No.
Why? Oh, where's the mic? Yeah, the mic's still on. Alright, I'll turn the camera on for Bunky Treats.
Bunky treat time!
Monkey. You. Oh, hey. Come back here. Come back here. That's my little mister. Alright. You look like you need a treat. What kind of treat would be most fitting for a Happy Nugget? I think I know. Oh. Someone told me that rabbits like yogurt. Look at him, he's a cute boy. He's all happy about his snacks. He's happy. Oh, there's still more. Yeah, one left. Look, he always takes things so gently, so even when it's like this tiny little thing that I'm pinching, he'll still take it without biting me, which is so nice, because he puts in the effort. Here we go. You're a good boy. He's my friend.
Well, that at least proves the theory about whether Ryan or Steven were still around. Actually, that reminds me. Alright.
Perforating spinner.
I forgot. Roshi can't really fly, can he? What?
Yep, they started charging me for online.
Okay, so this is the part where I'm waiting for something to happen.
What is this move? Wait, hold on a second. 1 second. What?
What?
Alright. Because the thing is, Josh is just pushing every button he can, and Ezra's just like, I want to do this one move.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. 1 second. What?
What?
Oh, do it again.
Ready?
I'm
It
sure
says
this
ready.
game has
What
a-
does ready mean?
I'm sure this game has a great active community.
I'm s-
I'm sure this game has a great.
Ready?
I'm
It
sure
says
this
ready.
game has
What
a-
does ready mean?
I'm sure this game has a great active.
Alright.
community.
I'm sorry.
I'll just make sure I'll put this image on screen for everyone. Anyone who joins the stream now just has that there. Because I could kind of throw whatever there I want. Oh yeah, when Peg was in chat. Actually, that's pretty good. That gives more context because the stream isn't actually saying the title of the game.
What?
Like, it doesn't even look like you can combo mush.
I'm sure this game has a great active community.
I'm sorry. What?
Like, it doesn't even look like you can combo much of anything.
Yeah. Parts of it are slow. It's just because there's times where we're just sitting here trying to figure out what it is, but unless we're actually saying something out loud in the recording, it's kind of dull because the game does not have a lot to offer.
No.
Oh no.
What was that?
Eleanor, don't do anything.
Wait.
No,
Does
no,
that
It's
mean-
buttons when you can go Super Saiyan.
How did I grab it?
Wait.
no,
Does
no,
that
It's
mean-
buttons when you can go.
Wait.
no,
Does
no,
that
It's
mean-
buttons when you can go Super Saiyan.
How did I grab you?
apparently there. No,
Does
no,
that
It's
mean-
buttons when you can go.
Alright. Kind of works. As long as it can start the clip and you can know who's you should be listening to.
Super Saiyan.
Try that.
what does ready mean?
That doesn't really work for it.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, we just need more from that. for it to be cohesive.
Wait,
No,
Does that
Needs
mean-
buttons when you can go super. Eleanor, don't do anything. Oh no.
what was that?
Eleanor.
Yeah, we'll leave in this little conversation because that gives context to the grab. Because otherwise there's just a conversation happening in the background that you're halfway through when the crop
What does
happens.
ready mean?
Eleanor, don't do anything. It has
What
a-
does ready mean?
Okay, yeah. Get rid of that then.
it has
What
a-
does ready mean?
Eleanor, don't do anything.
Wait,
No,
Does
It
that
needs
mean-
buttons when you can go super saiyan.
How did I grab you?
apparently there's a teleport.
so he's using like
Apparently there's a teleport.
The music's so dumb and crazy.
after image.
Actually, I could probably turn up the game audio, or the audio for this one.
Should I be concerned about any and all of this?
How would you want to be concerned?
I don't know. That's really the best answer I can
All right,
give.
I'm actually done. After seeing Vegito's,
That's really the best answer I can
all right,
give. Answer I can
all right.
Alright, we'll leave it there for that one.
Teleport.
I can
All right,
give.
I'm actually done. After seeing Vegito's,
Yeah.
here you go.
I'm curious to see. Oh.
After seeing Galactic Donuts, as him just going, yeah, and then shooting a tiny
Okay,
ball.
this cord is clearly shorter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As him just going, yeah, and then shooting a tiny
Okay,
ball.
this cord is clearly shorter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You want to trade seats?
Yeah,
All right. Let's sit down.
I only have one extender for DualShocks.
Actually, I have 3 now. I don't need them unless we go crazy with like Crash Team Racing or something, though. I don't even know if I have. I mean, depending on if that can work without a DualShock, then I have enough controllers. But I only have 2 DualShock 2s and 1 DualShock 1. Well, I have 2 DualShock 1s, but one of them has a broken button.
This game, it gives me headaches.
You should probably get more. It's just this.
It gives me headaches.
I love it. You just have Chris in the background. Alright. So we're almost at 18 minutes, and what's left in here has a past half. 20 minutes, so yeah. We about doubled what we had to work with there. And Bunky. He's getting excited about the camera right now. He always likes to lick that bar for some reason. But yeah, I think that's probably about where I'll wrap up the stream. I'm just a little drowsy for some reason, and then no one else is really around anymore. I want to see what happens if I post that other picture around places, and so yeah, I can't think of a whole lot more to do because I don't want to just spend all day on this edit, because this is the part that's really sluggish of the edit, and I don't know, it's probably better off stream, honestly, because once you're done with this part of the edit, then it's just all interesting, exciting content. But this portion isn't really that interesting to watch, so I don't know if I'm going to keep going with it, at least online. But I'll see some of you guys next time. Probably Monday at the soonest, because I work all day tomorrow and Sunday in the evening, so those can't really work out for me. But we'll see. But thanks for stopping by.